Hey guys, how's it going? I always need another project, so, well, here we go. I mean, it's not like I have enough. This is an old Brinly disc. I'm not quite sure exactly on the year of it. I picked it up off a guy I know. He came over here today and, well, he bought some stuff off of me and, well, he had this. This is a disc. This is the front plate off of it. I wasn't gonna make a video on it, but after I went to take this off to flip it around because it was mounted like that, where it should be like that, the bolt broke. And I thought, you know, maybe this would be a fun one to mess with on camera and see how many bolts we break and, I don't know, maybe have some fun with it. The disc end of it is stuck. I mean, this does turn, but you kind of have to give it a little bit of effort in order to get it to go, as you can see. So we're gonna take, I'm kind of thinking about repainting this. I don't really know if I want to or not, but I thought, why not pull the camera out, make a video on it, and I don't know, maybe do something cool with it and be able to use it again. So yeah, this is a sleeve hitch disc. It's what I've been looking for. So I can mount this to my 140 or my tractors with sleeve hitches, and I can lift it and lower it, unlike that one disc I had, which not really anything wrong with that disc, but just this one is better and it's correct. So yeah, let me go on ahead and grab the bolt size I need, and we'll get that sleeve hitch mount stuck back on there. Actually, I want to straighten it out, so we'll do that first. This one right here is kind of crooked. Needs to be straightened out a little bit, intended to. There we go. And let's go a little bit more. There we go. I was going to say if I can move that, that's sad. However, there we go. Yep, I would say that fixed that problem. Grab a couple bolts and make it work. I don't quite think I have any that size. Oh, maybe I do. Oh, look at that. That'll work. Let's see if we can make these 4 bolts work. And this is the top, or this is the bottom. Those go down into the ground after you plow it. Well, I would hope everybody watching this knows how one of these work. I shouldn't need to explain it. That one's too short for that. I believe I just found one. Sure. Yep, look at that. Took this bolt up front and I cleaned it up with the wire wheel. I wanted to do that just because I had thought about it. There we go. Let me take this one up and do it with that one also. And I want to run a tap through those threads. Yeah, and then once I do that, we'll took them bolts up there, cleaned them up on the wire wheel. I also ran a tap through and that. There we go. Hopefully we can tighten it without any problems. Give it one good go around like that. Trying to keep them bolt heads from turning, which unfortunately I don't think is going to be the case on this one. We're not going to get that lucky like we did on that one. There we go. So yeah, that should be good. Hopefully I can get a hitch in that still. Let me check. Perfect. Might want to aim that over a little bit. Oh yeah. I don't think that did anything. No. Just loosen that up a little. That may have been. It's a little straighter. No, I don't think we're gonna get it to go anymore. Just trying to get these straight a little bit. You may not be able to get it to go. There we go. Just did. That looks good right there. And I think that is where I'm going to leave it. There we go. There we go. Not sure if I can turn that without turning the bolt head. Felt like it was getting tighter, so okay. Hitch pin goes in, moves around nice. Cool. So I want to say now, do we want to pull these heads off of this bracket? That should be the next thing that we do. Actually, yeah. And then after we do that, pull the bolts out of these. Yeah, I would say that's going to be the next thing that we do. Let's get this flipped around. And the next question is going to be, how easy are these going to be to take apart? We couldn't lock that in the vise, could we? Leave it on the table a little bit like so, that way it's got a little bit of a fighting chance. I would say those are 9/16. So let's see if this is 9/16 or not. That it is. It kind of goes on there. More than likely that's going to end up breaking off. I wouldn't be surprised if it does. Turns. Okay. Actually came loose pretty easy. I did not think that would do that. Now how hard is it going to be to get this nut out of this socket? Pretty difficult because, well, yeah, now it's, oh, never mind. I thought it was sliding up in the socket. No. Damn it, I can't get it to bolt. I can't even get that nut to grab. Oh well. Grab something to get that out of there with, and then we'll get the next bolt. I wonder how difficult this is going to be. Got a lot of rust on it. I don't know how long it's been sitting. I'm surprised they're coming loose. That's good. It's got different notches in it for different positions. Is that bolt turning? Yep. The bolt is in there turning like I thought it was. I might just end up having to cut that off then. I knew something was going too easy. The minute that first bolt started to go, I thought, well, something else is not right here. And sure enough, I was right. Shit. Times like that, I hate being right. Take that out. I don't think we're going to reuse the top bolt either. I don't think we're using the top one even if we wanted to. There we go. I hope none of that hit the camera. There we go. You got one. Now, before we struggle with taking that one apart, how about we take a look at the disc that we just pulled and make sure it looks good, because we're going to have to take that out of there and adjust it in that vise anyway. Now, the nut and bolt on here seem to be 1 1/8, so that's just what we're going to go with on it. Let's see how difficult this is to get off here. Really? Huh. Okay. Alright. Deal with that. So I'm not quite sure how one of these comes apart. I've never had one of these disc assemblies apart before. I know how they work, but that's really it. That's about the knowledge I have on them. And then we want to pull the sections. Oh, it's a spacer, pretty much. I'll buy another washer. We might end up painting this, I don't know. I didn't really want to put all that effort into it. Oh, now it turns easy and nice. Look at that. So let's see. I'll put it off to the side. So how does this thing work? Is it just a bushing? Yeah, it's just a bushing. That's what I thought. Yeah. Is it a bushing? Yeah, it's just a bushing. It felt like it turned a little bit over here. Now I'm not sure if you can pop these out or not. I don't see why you really want to. Pop them out of these housings. This is out a little bit. I wonder if it's supposed to be in flush like it is over here. See some new looking grease on it. He did say he greased it. So we'll give it that. I don't know if it took grease or not. I would figure it did because I didn't see any new grease inside. It looked pretty old. I hope I'm out of the way of the camera. Just in here with a Scotch-Brite trying to clean out this bushing. But there's this bushing right here. I don't think it goes in very far. Maybe it does. I didn't think it went in very far, but maybe it does. It goes all the way through. Oh yeah, it does. Okay. And it actually looked pretty clean in there. Where my light is or else I'd look. But it looks pretty clean. Going all the way through. Actually, I don't even see a spot in there. I don't even see a spot in there for grease. For that grease fitting to go through. So unless this is just a spacer, that's just sitting in there. Huh. I wonder. We're just gonna try it. If it doesn't move. No, that don't move. I tell you. I feel like that should be. Well, for one, I feel like I should be able to see a thing in there for the grease to go into this bushing, which actually I don't. I do not see. There's a hole right there. It's on this side. I wonder. You know what I wonder? There. No, there's no hole. I thought there was. It's a bushing and it goes all the way through. And right there's a grease fitting. Why is there a grease fitting there if it doesn't go all the way through? I'd show the camera, but you can't really get the camera in there to look at it. That's interesting. I gotta be missing something. There's something I gotta be missing here. Maybe I should just pump some grease into it and see what happens. Let's pump some grease into that and just watch it. So let's see. This around. Looking in there, there is no hole at all that I can see for the grease. We could take the fitting. No, we can't take the fitting out. It looks like it's pressed in. Takes grease. Look at that. Right there. There's some grease. It's not coming out on this side. It's coming out on that side, though. Huh, okay. So this does take grease. But what does that go to? And it's not coming out over here, it's just coming out over there. That's interesting. I feel like something is not right here. Definitely not. I do feel like it should be coming out inside. I'm gonna clean that bolt up and I'm gonna take a second and just go through here with the Scotch-Brite, just turning it in there like I did before. I'm trying to remember the way that this wants to go. I think it wants to go that way. Because the grease fitting would face. Yeah, I would think so if I'm lining it up right. I'm going off the way that one's set up, or the opposite way that is set up. That rubs on that. Oh, it hits the, oh, I see, okay. I'm gonna guess this was the inner one. Or maybe that was the inner one. I want to see. Something in here to get this up just a little bit. Get it in there. Not on the hitch. No, it does not turn. Alright. What did I do wrong? See, it still turns hard. What if it's not? I would think at this point it has to be. I think that bearing, that bushing we saw in there is supposed to turn. At this point. I wonder if it's supposed to come out of that bore. Because I would think it would. Because that washer's turning and that washer's turning. That stays put. I mean, you can. I don't know. I would think that it should be turning in there though. Interesting. So I know this is cheating. I watched a video because I was curious and I was correct. The piece is actually supposed to come out of here. Now the one that I looked at was much newer than this one that we're working on. However, my theory was correct. That is supposed to come out of there. So we need to take this back apart and we need to pull that out. I figured that was the case, but I wasn't exactly sure on if it actually was or not. But after looking at that and seeing it, I thought that's how it came apart. Now the one that I looked at is probably 30 years newer than this. So whether it's the same or not, I have no idea. But I'm just gonna guess at this point that it more than likely is. It's reassuring to see that sitting right there. But yeah, that would definitely explain a lot to me as to what we were missing. I'm in trouble. So what would be the best way of getting that out? My thought would be more than likely to soak it in the ultrasonic cleaner. Just run it through there and let it clean out that way. Or get it hot, and then after you get it hot, you pull it out. Hoodie open. But yeah, you can see that I just don't have the proper tool. I do now. Use a socket. See what happens. No, it's still right where it was. Of course, this damn thing adjusting itself, which is not what I want. And you got to be careful too. You don't want to break it. This is cast. It's going down a little bit. There we go. Yep, it's going down in the bore. Alright. So now it's just a matter of how do we get this out of here. Not sure how well this will work, but I guess I'll try it. See what happens. And I can't say I recommend doing this, what I'm doing, however, it's working, you know, so, eh. Is that really coming loose? Took some convincing, but I got it out. Yeah, that looks like it's supposed to be able to turn in there. That's what I thought. Yeah, see, look at all the grease on the outside of that. It's covered in sawdust right now. That's because of the building. That's because the bottom of the floor is. I got some stuff I've been working on, that's why. But yeah, that's what that is right there. That's a bearing. Yeah. I'm gonna clean that up. We'll take that one and we'll just see how bad that one is to It's got a lot of pitting to it, and I'm really thinking that this had a lot of water in it. It's got a lot of pitting. I don't know if we'll be able to bring all the pitting out of it. I'm sure I could, but by the time I get all that pitting shaved out of it, I'm wondering if it would even be worth it at the end. Because more than likely, with all the metal I remove, it would be a lot thinner than it is. Let's just try a little spot. Yeah. Might just go on ahead and sand a little bit over here. It cleaned it up a little bit, I'll give it that. Not a whole lot, you know, but it made a noticeable difference for sure. Yeah, I'll give it that, it did. This side, I think it's worse than the other side. Yeah, it's got a lot of pitting to it still, but it's a lot better than it was. I might just go on ahead and leave it at that. We'll do the other one, then once we do the other one, I'm gonna soak that housing in the ultrasonic, I think. I'm gonna soak that in it also, see if I can get anything out of either of them at all. And then while I'm doing that, we'll get the other side taken apart. And then once we get the other side taken apart, yeah, we'll have it. So let's see about getting the inside of this. How bad is it? I would imagine, looking at the surface of that bearing, it's in pretty rough shape. And this guy needs some attention. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I'm gonna soak that, and then once I'm done soaking that, we'll get into it. So let's see about getting this disc put back together. I got this bearing, everything's out of the ultrasonic cleaner all back together. Right there's the only issue that I see with this bearing, but it moves in there, so I think we should be all right. Hopefully, we should actually stick that on here. There's no way we're caught on something. What are we caught on? There's a burr inside of here. That's why. It's got a little bit of a shoulder to it. Yeah. Probably not much to do about that. Let me get that took care of real quick. So let's see if we can get this on here. I just took that base out. And if we I bet we could get it on there without. Yeah, I figured we could. There we go. And this is the way that we want it on there. Wait a minute. Whoa. Hold on a second here. Didn't do something right. That's better. There we go, look at that. We gotta put this shoulder back in. Like that. And that's one completely put back together. Cool. And it turns easy. Good. Let's get that tightened down. Then we'll throw some grease at that grease fitting. And we'll see if it takes it or not. It better. There we go. Throw some grease at it. Yeah, that moves nice. I can definitely say that. I don't like how much play that has in it, but I don't really think that there's anything I can do about that. We're kind of stuck with it on that side. Let's see what we get. There we go. Cool. It started coming out one side. I was waiting for it to start coming out the other, which it did. Spin that around a little bit. It spins nice. And then once I spin it around for a little bit, I'm going to pump a little more grease into it. A little more at it. And once we do that, we'll be able to mount it back into that frame. There we go. I don't know if you saw it or not, but as I was greasing it, it moved. Yeah, see? That grease made the difference. It doesn't move around. It doesn't have a whole bunch of play in it anymore. It'll spin nice, but see, there's a little bit of a wobble to it still, but not nearly as much. Which is what I was hoping for, and that's what we got. So yeah, perfect. So let's go on ahead and let's grab the other disc assembly and let's get it pulled apart. We still haven't pulled the bearing out of it yet. So here's a new acquisition I acquired. This is from the house. We got a new one. So it's out here now, doing things in the shop. So I want to see, it's been in there overnight. I didn't leave it on all night. I was going to, but didn't. Yeah, don't move very easy. I'm thinking I'm going to throw that in the ultrasonic cleaner, just as it sits. I was kind of hoping that would move or have loosened up a little bit, but no, I don't see that happening, unfortunately. So we'll throw that in the ultrasonic cleaner and we'll let it soak for a while in there. That gets a little bit hotter than this does. And then we'll play with it. We'll see if we can get that bearing to come out. If we can, well. I doubt that'll come out of there. But it being warmed up a little bit might help. Let's see if we can get it. Ooh. Okay. Does something. Let's take it over here and see about getting that out. So let's just see if this will come out of here or not, being that we warmed it up. There we go. Soaking it overnight probably helped it too. So it's been about, I want to say, roughly 2, maybe 3 hours. I've let that soak in there. I've let the ultrasonic run. I've come over here and run it, and it stopped, and I'd kick it on again, and I'd let it sit for a while and kick it on again. I want to say it's been roughly 3 hours of doing that, and at the same time doing other things. So let's just see how well this is cleaned up. Kind of been in and out of the house lately. Got some other stuff I'm working on right now, so this is kind of second priority. That's main priority in there. Let's just see how things turn out. Oh, that just came out. Yeah, we're gonna have to wire wheel. We're gonna have to clean that up anyway. It's alright though. Cleaned it up a little bit. Not a lot. Yeah, I just kind of been soaking it to let it clean up. This is pretty well pitted, so more than likely I'm going to end up wanting to change these bearings out at some point in time. Although there isn't really much clearance, or they're not very tight anyway in the bore that they go into, so I mean they're probably not going to worry too much about it, honestly. pretty good right there. I'll just leave that here. Flip it around and get the other side of it. That's about as good as we're going to get. It's got a burr on the end of it, but I'm not too horribly worried about it. I could grind it down if it bothers me. So let's go on ahead and see about putting this thing back together. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, I want to take this and grease fitting it. I don't know if I want to run this through here. Probably not. May as well. Figured I'd set the camera up over there. That way you can see everything and I'm not in the way. That assembly plus, where did I put it? Where did I just put that fucking assembly that I just brought up here 5 seconds ago? There it is. Let me flip it around. This goes in. There we go. So now, tighten it up. Hopefully. There we go, I'm starting to tighten it up. does have wobble to it, just like the other one did. A little bit, not a lot. Come in here and grease it. Fitting takes grease. It'll take it a little bit to, there it goes. I already see it coming out. Yep. I'll spin it around a little bit to get it around. That spins nicely. It's really nice. There we go. That's right. Just trying to, I know I've greased it overly a lot. I just want to make sure it's good. That one actually seems a lot nicer than the other side. It's got a little bit of play in it still, but that's alright. Those bearings are in there kind of loose, to be completely honest with you. So yeah. So I think the next thing that we're going to do is go on ahead, get this thing put back onto its frame. So let's see about getting this thing pieced back together. This is the subframe, and these are the two disc heads. I'm not sure which disc head is the left one and which one is the right one. I'm gonna assume this one goes that way, because that's how it looks. And I think it is. And we had it mounted let's try it this way instead. There we go. Look at that. And I guess it's going to get all new bolts, because I did grab bolts for it. Either too long or too short of bolts. I guess we'll find out, won't we? Trying to run it in. Probably should just run it up through the bottom, actually. Let's try that. There we go. That's better. Where did that go? Get in here. If I was smart, I would have reassembled all this and then put the discs in. But you know what I didn't do? Reassemble it and then put the discs in. tightened out on the older one. It's not hard, it's just a matter of getting it lined up without getting all covered in grease and everything around you covered in grease. That's what I'm trying to avoid. I get it. I got it. That one's threaded. So now we have to get it. I'm not sure where exactly it needs to be. I'm kind of guessing. I would think right about where I have it is where it needs to be. I can adjust it later if I have to. And once we get it all thrown together, flip it back over, and then this guy would go this way. Yeah, I thought so. I know you wouldn't be able to take it apart with it like this because the bolt comes out through this side. It would come out and run into that head. Yeah. No, I guess you wouldn't be able to take this assembly apart. Well, unless you take the bolt and flip them around until the bolt head comes out this side instead of the nut. That's true. Could do that. That wouldn't have been a bad idea either. But, oh well, we've already got it put back together, and I really don't want to take it apart again and fight with grease. I don't think that bolt is quite long enough. I need a longer bolt. Let me find a longer bolt for this one. Alright, let's take a look at this guy. Let's see if this guy will work. And he will. Cool. Nice. There we go. I can feel grease in my sleeve of my jacket and it is bothering me. One thing I hate about working on this stuff is that grease just gets everywhere on everything and sticks. And it's an absolute pain to get rid of. There we go. So let's flip this back over. And then we'll get them tightened down. I would use my impact driver, but it's actually on another job site right now, so we are stuck with this one. We're stuck with the old-fashioned way of using sockets. believe right there is where it wants to be. It'll eventually grab something. There we go. And I'll tighten them later. Once I have that driver. Loosen that. Here we go. There we go. If we can get it to stay like that, I would be very happy. Seriously, still not tightening. Weird. Ow. I see another hole right there. I thought there was only two. Maybe I was wrong. But we'll take that and tighten that. And then once we have this on here good and tight, I would say that we're ready to go on ahead and do this side, and then once this side's done, yeah, we'll have to take it out and mess with it a little bit and see how it is. Not sure how to adjust it or where I want it angled at. I'm gonna just try it for right now and see where I get it. And if I get it where it needs to be, then we'll leave it alone. I really had to set one of these before. And yes, before I tighten it fully, I am going to adjust it. There we go. Tighten that first. Got some pressure on it. I'm jumping on that RNO. Now it's turning. Huh. Feels like it's jumping on the bolt the way it's turning, but apparently not. Okay. Oh, I know why. It's because this is a self-tapping bolt. Throw that in there. I need to loosen that. and it's trying to thread into the frame, I bet. Yeah, see, now it's not doing it anymore. There we go. So then we'll come over here. Cool. So that's on there. They both move actually pretty good. So yeah. Let me throw the sleeve hitch on the 140 and guess we'll take it out and we'll try it, see how it does. Trying to think of somewhere to play with that with, and I just had an idea. It needs plowed anyway. What do you say we make a couple passes? Might honestly be too wet, but I'm curious and want to find out and see how this does. Not bad for being on a cobbled together parts tractor that had bad bearings, or the disc had bad bearings. It actually did pretty good. I would say I'm pretty impressed with that. We got the disc some dirt. Now all I need to do is wait for the summer and get the garden plowed, and after the garden's plowed, get it disc down. I'm not sure if that's going to be the end of this video or not. I guess we'll see. Alright guys, want to thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'd like to do a little bit more with this thing, such as plow my garden and then disc it. However, it is currently the middle of February, and right now is not exactly the best time to go out and start plowing dirt and disking it over. I was going to hold this video off until the summer, but I thought, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go on ahead and get it put out. So I want to thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If this is your first time checking out the channel, please consider going down below, hitting that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a thing. It tells YouTube as well as myself that you guys like the videos and you want to see more. I like making these videos. I like doing this style of videos where we take old junk and bring it back to life, give it a new or a better future, such as this. This was a fun one to mess with. something I never really played with before and thought, why not give it a shot and see what we can figure out. Should have been common sense that those bearings would have popped out of those housings like they did, but I didn't even think about it at the time. Did pretty good though, I will say that. I did end up adding 30 pounds of weight to it, as you guys saw in that clip, the last clip. So that's what I did there, and it made it do a little bit better. But yeah, all right guys, thanks for watching. Leave me some comments down below. It helps the channel. Leaving comments and liking the video also helps the video get around. It helps the channel grow. So I like reading comments, and I do respond to just about every comment I see. So yeah, all right guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch all of you in the next video. Take care guys, bye.